அந்த பாக்ஸில் டவுனில் ரைட் ஹேண்ட் சைடில் ஆமாம் அதில் சஞ்சய் ஆமாம் ஒரு சின்ன
Good afternoon, esteemed guests, respected engineers, and everyone gathered here. A very warm welcome to each one of you. We are truly delighted to have you with us today for the celebration of Engineers Day 2025, a day dedicated to honoring the extraordinary contributions of engineers to our society and the world. To start this momentous occasion, I would like to invite Dr. N. Dean ENT Dr. MJR to deliver the welcome address and formally welcome to this event. Please join me in welcoming him with a big round of applause.
Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Ganesh Murthy Arano, Head of Engineering, EF Commercial Vehicle Systems, respected Director, Dr. Vishnasan, former Vice Chancellor of IEIndia, and Dr. B. Srinivas, Additional Registrar, Dr. India Education and Research Institute, as well as Honorary Secretary, IEI TVLC, and Dr. M. Ganesan, ex officio, IEI TVLC, distinguished dignitaries, fellow engineers, faculty members, dear students, and invitees. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all on the special occasion of Engineers Day 2025, celebrated in the honor of Bharat Ratna Sri Visvesvaraya, whose vision and dedication continue to inspire generations of engineers. We are privileged today to host this event at Dr. India Educational and Research Institute in collaboration with Institute of Engineers India through a local center, and to facilitate our chief guest with the Engineering Excellence Award. His remarkable contribution to the field of automotive engineering are truly inspiring. We also look forward to his keynote on safety and security of future commercial vehicles, which will surely enrich us with new insights. On behalf of the University and IEI TVLC, I extend my warmest welcome to each one of you and wish this program a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. N. Sir, Dean of ENT, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, for your inspiring words. Now, to give us an insight into the Institution of Engineers India and its noble mission, I request Dr. M. Ganeshan, ex officio of IEI TVLC, to speak about the institution and its work. Let's welcome him warmly.
Good evening to all. So first of all, I would like to wish Happy Engineers Day to all the engineers gathered here. So every year on 15th of September, we celebrate Engineers Day in India. So in remembrance of the engineer M. Visvesvaraya. So he was an eminent engineer and a statesman, and he was instrumental for various infrastructure projects in India, especially KSR Dam, Krishnaraj Sagar Dam in Mysore. So that was totally under his supervision that dam was constructed. So on remembering that great engineer in India, we are celebrating 15th September. That was his birthday. That is Visvesvaray's birthday. So that we are celebrating, and I am very happy that today all of us have gathered here for celebrating the Engineers Day at our university on behalf of Institution of Engineers, Tiruvallur Local Center. I would like to welcome Mr. Ganesh Murthy Aarugam, who is the chief guest of the day, and also he is going to receive an award from the Institution of Engineers for his contribution to the industry. So I have been given the responsibility of briefing about the Institution of Engineers. So most of you may be knowing about that, but for the sake of students, I would like to tell about the Institution of Engineers. So Institution of Engineers, shortly known as IEI, Institution of Engineers India, is the largest multidisciplinary professional body of engineers established in the year 1920, with its headquarters located in Calcutta and incorporated under Royal Charter on 9 September 1935 by the then His Majesty of King George V. So this is more than 100 years old institution in India, and the Royal Charter endowed the institution with the responsibility to promote the general advancement of engineering among its members and persons attached to the institution. After independence, the institution is a body corporate protected under Article 370 of Indian Constitution. The Institution of Engineers India is administered by a national council with the President of India as its head. The institution has been serving the engineering fraternity for over a century with its national and international presence through 31 state centers, 124 local centers spread all over India. So our Tiruvallur center is also one of the local centers among the 124. And also we have 6 overseas chapters. The institution encompasses 15 engineering disciplines with a corporate membership of over 2 lakhs. So IEA has been recognized as scientific and industrial research organization by the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, and besides conducting its own research, IEA provides granting aid to undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD students of engineering institutes and universities. IEA also recognizes the contribution of outstanding engineers and confer awards. So one such award only our guest is going to receive today. Some of the awards initiated by IEA are the SAIL Award, IEA Young Engineer Award, Merit Award, IEA Industry Excellence Award, IEA Engineering Education Excellence Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Best Entrepreneur Award, etc. The Institution of Engineers India is the first professional body to represent India in several international bodies such as the World Mining Congress, the World Federation of Engineering Organization, the Commonwealth Engineers Council, of the Federation of International Du Baton, and the Federation of Engineering Institutions of South and Central Asia. It also has bilateral agreements with a number of professional societies across the globe. IEA holds the International Professional Engineers Register for India under the Global International Professional Engineers Alliance. The institution also awards the Professional Engineer Certification. The Institution of Engineers India as a pioneer body has been conducting Section A and Section B examination, popularly known as AMIE. Successful completion of which is recognized as equivalent to BTech or BE degree for the purpose of higher studies and employment. There are 15 engineering disciplines, as I told you, under the Institution of Engineers, namely aerospace, agricultural, architectural, chemical, civil, computer, electrical, electronics and telecommunication, environmental, marine engineering, mechanical engineering, metallurgical and materials engineering, mining engineering, production and textile engineering. So there are different memberships available in the Institute of Engineers, namely they give corporate membership and also non-corporate membership. So the corporate membership is the eligibility is so minimum you should have a degree in engineering. So BE or BTech equivalent. So there are again three categories of corporate membership: FIE, MIE, and AMIE. Fellow of Institute of Engineers, member of Institute of Engineers, or associate member of Institute of Engineers. There are three categories of corporate membership, and again the eligibility conditions are also there. For FIE, they have minimum 15 years of professional experience, and for MIE, 8 years of experience, and for AME, just BTech completion. So once you complete your BTech degree, so you are eligible for associate member of Institution of Engineers. So there are various benefits of this membership. So you can also get a chartered engineer certificate, access to technical publication and e-journal of Institution Engineers. So they publish both online journals and also the printed copies. So you can have the access of the e-journal and participation in technical events, seminars, workshops and conventions, access to guest houses, networking, R&D grants. For the non-corporate members, so you can all become a non-corporate member. The students of any engineering college can become a non-corporate member, student members or technician members. So there are various categories are there. And again, for the benefits of students chapter or student member are opportunity to participate in technical events, seminars, symposia, conventions, workshops, etc. conducted by IEA State Center, Local Center and Student Chapter. So one such program only today you are all attending. And participation in various technical activities conducted by Student Chapter. Access to library facilities at state and local centers of institutions across the country. Eligible for awards and scholarships. So they announce various awards for the students also. So you can apply for the awards and also you have the possibility of receiving the scholarship and awards. Opportunity to meet fellow members of IEA for professional interaction. So ever since its inception, IEA has been a forerunner in setting up national standards for promoting the country's industrial base, which culminated on the formation of Indian Standard Institution, now called as Bureau of Indian Standards. IEA, in collaboration with Springer Nature Private Limited, regularly publishes peer-reviewed international journals in 5 series covering 15 engineering disciplines. IEA issues membership certification to the eligible engineers, technologists, scientists, chartered engineer, professional engineer, and international professional engineer certification in various disciplines. The institution maintains a panel of highly qualified and well-experienced arbitrators having technical and professional engineering competence covering 15 core engineering disciplines from amongst its fellow members who are attached to 124 state and local centers of the institutions located all over the country. IEA awards a certificate to the empaneled arbitrators in the recognition of their expertise in the field of arbitration. The institution appoints arbitrators from its panel of arbitrators in various disputes that arise by and between the parties during the execution of work for supply contracts. Especially this is applicable for government contracts and projects. The state local centers of IEA spread across the country do organize technical activities such as seminars, webinars, workshops, etc. So for further details about the Institution of Engineers, you can browse www.ieindia.org. So this is about short information about the IEA, but more information is available on the website. So and once again welcome Mr. Ganesh Murthy Armugam to our university. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing that valuable information about the Institution of Engineers. Now, I have the honor of inviting Dr. D. Viswanathan, Director of Dr. MGRERI and former VC of Anna University, to deliver the presidential address. I request you.
Good afternoon. We have 5 o'clock, we say good evening. Okay, we are before 5. distinguished the chief guest of this day, Mr. Ganesh Murthy, Professor Cyril Raj, Additional Registrar, Professor Etiraj, DDMT, Professor Ganesh, Madam Supasri, distinguished colleagues, dear students. This day is being celebrated as Engineers Day. So we are happy to celebrate this Engineers Day as we are all engineers. Everyone need to know why today is celebrated as Engineers Day. Professor Ganesh already said the birthday of Visvesvaraya is from Karnataka. Visvesvaraya's birthday, which is being celebrated as Engineers Day in India, to honor his outstanding contributions to engineering and nation building. Sir Moksha Undam Visvesvaraya, a distinguished engineer and statesman, played a key role in the development of irrigation, flood protection, and flood management systems in India. His innovative work on constructing dams, reservoirs, and water supply schemes showcases his engineering brilliance and dedication to public service. Celebrating Engineers Day on his birthday helps inspire engineers and highlights the importance of engineering in social development. It also recognizes his legacy as a role model for aspiring engineers, emphasizing the importance of technical expertise, innovation, and service to the nation. Sir Moksha Undam Visvesvaraya made numerous significant contributions to India, which have had a lasting impact on the nation's development. Some of his key contributions, like to mention here, irrigation and water supply systems. Visvesvaraya pioneered flood management and irrigation engineering. He designed and implemented innovative flood protection schemes, such as the dam on the river Krishna at Tadavasla, which helped to prevent flooding and ensure water supply for Pune and surrounding areas. Development of dams and reservoirs. He was instrumental in the construction of Kadaswala Dam and the Krishnarajasara KRS Dam in Karnataka, which provided water for irrigation, drinking, and hydroelectric power. Visvesvaraya invented the automatic barrier for flood prevention and the water floodgates used in dams, which improved flood control and water management. He founded institutions dedicated to technical education, including Government Engineering College, now Bangalore University Visvesvaraya College of Engineering, shaping generation of engineers. Visvesvaraya was visionary for industrialization and worked to promote modern industries, railways, and infrastructure contributing to economic growth. As for Diwan, those days he was called Diwan, and it is equivalent to Prime Minister of the state of Mysore. In 1916 to 1922, he implemented numerous reforms in administration, education, and industry, laying the foundation for the state's overall development. His efforts earned him national and international recognition, including the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award in the year 1955. Visvesvaraya's commitment to engineering excellence, development, and education has left a profound legacy, inspiring future generations to contribute to the nation's progress. So these are the few lines we need to understand and know about the foundation of our Engineers Day. I would like to touch upon a few points on ethics of engineers. You are going to contribute something to our nation's development in the future, but we should follow certain ethics. I just mentioned the ethics of engineers are principles and standards that guide engineers in their professional conduct, ensuring that act responsibly, honestly, and with integrity. Some key ethical principles are: engineers must prioritize the safety, health, and well-being of the public and environment in all their work. Engineers should provide truthful information, avoid conflicts of interest, and not engage in deceptive practices. Engineers are responsible for maintaining their skills and knowledge and only undertake what they are qualified to perform. Respecting the confidentiality of clients, employers, and colleagues is essential, while also considering public safety when necessary. Engineers should accept responsibility for their work and its impact and be answerable to clients, employers, and society. Treating colleagues, clients, and the community with respect, fairness, and without discrimination. Engineers should promote sustainable practices to minimize environmental harm and promote ecological balance. These ethical principles are typically applied by professional engineering associations such as the National Society of Professional Engineers and the Institution of Engineering and Technology, and they serve to uphold the honor and integrity of the profession. Dear students, any country which is growing, our country is a developing nation, and you know that in the past one decade, our country has made a tremendous progress. If at all, it was in 12th position in the year 2014. And 2025, India is the 4th place in the world ranking of economy. So this growth is achieved because of engineers. We have improved the productivity. Our software export is $200 billion now we have reached. That's because of the youth. We have 75 crore youth, which is the only country is having in the world as of today. So we have contributed for the nation's growth in all fields like infrastructure development, technological innovations, economic growth, sustainability and environmental protection, healthcare improvement, national security, education and research, and social impact. Today, engineers are indispensable to national development. You can take example of the Indian Space Research Organization. We are now in the 4th country in the world in the space sector. Our economy is $8.8 billion. Is going to be improved in the next $45 billion in next 1 decade. In 2035, India is going to establish the Indian Space Station. And 2040, India is going to land on moon. And 2047, India is going to be a fully superpower in the world. That is because of you all going to work for the development of this nation. Today, let us take this pledge that as we are engineers, we are going to contribute for the development of this nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was an eye-opening information about the Engineers Day. Now, I invite Dr. V. Cyril Raj, sir, Honorable Secretary, IEINdia TVLC, to share the insights of today's event.
The most respected rector of our university, Professor Dr. Viswanathan sir, the respected chief guest, Mr. Ganesh Murthy sir, who is also an AMIE, subsequently did his masters at IIT Chennai, then leading this corporate world. Really, hats off to you, sir. So you are the right guest for the right day also. Dear respected Dean Engineering Technology and Sub Department, Dr. Ganeshan, CDC, dear students, members of IEI, as already told by our rector, So there are around 8 different domains where engineers are performing, are transforming the world. I wanted to tell you how engineers who have become statesmen have totally changed the outlook of their country. First, in our country itself, there is one statesman, but recently he lost his election. So who is that gentleman? Can anybody know? Anybody tell who is the CM who was an engineer? An IITian. Aravind Kejriwal. Yeah. So how? The time will come out. We are not here to discuss about the politics, but the outcome. Then again, if you see Vladimir Putin also. So he is trained by engineering education system in the Soviet era, along with the law. So that's why still he could be able to sustain the entire pressure of the total West against Russia also. Again, if you see US, where we have Jimmy Carter and then other 2 presidents are engineers, so who have done many contributions for the development of the nation. And then very recently we have to take 3 more examples from our neighboring country, where I am talking about China, where past three presidents of the China are engineers, especially Xi Jinping is a chemical engineer, the Jiang Zemin is an electrical engineer, and then the previous one is a hydraulic engineer. So these, all the development of China had happened during the last 25-30 years. So during these 25-30 years, all the decisions and then the total changeover are implemented just because of engineers as a statesman. As already stated, today's Engineers Day. We are remembering whom? Visvesvaraya. So who is something like a Prime Minister of the Mysore state? The Diwan is something like a Prime Minister of that particular state. So why I am telling, dear students, unless the budding engineers like you, who should have the thorough knowledge on the particular subject, but at the same time, who have to be really passionate to bring up the status quo of our country, can really transform it. So because of your dedication as well as your sincerity towards your profession, and then whatever that you do, so that should be an ethical practice in all your decision making process. So definitely it will transform. I can give a lot of examples also. See, so far with all these 10 different domains what our rector has read out, totally as of now, it is around $30 trillion of the world economy is driven by engineering fraternity. The $30 trillion is really huge money. The same thing is expected to be around 90 trillion by 2040. So when you are at the peak of your professional career, just because of your engineering domain, or expertise or the contribution for this particular domain, the business opportunity available for you is really that around $100 trillion. It is really enormous money. So dear students, friends, so try to understand the importance of our domain. See, that's why we have to call ourselves as the mighty engineers. So even I have a strong opinion that I do not know. Either you believe in the God or not, but I believe the God in such a way that the creator of the universe should be an engineer only. So he creates, he maintains the system, and then he makes system to leave out the unwanted thing. So Karthalam, what are the three activities of God? Was to create, maintain, destroy. So all the things here are taken. We are we are doing it. So definitely we are the descendant of our. If you believe in that system, so definitely we are godly. Doing that particular profession also. So with this, without wasting the chief guest time, because we really very fortunate to have such a chief guest for celebrating this Engineers Day. Let us all listen to him, and then, dear students, try to elevate yourself like him, like our chief guest in your coming professional career also. So with this, I thank IEI for providing such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed an inspiring speech. Now I invite Dr. N.S. Subhasri, Joint Registrar, First Year, ENT, Dr. MGR, ERI, to deliver about the chief guest intro.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. A happy Engineers Day to all my colleagues and my dear students. On behalf of the forum, I extend a warm welcome to Mr. Ganesamurthy Armugam, Head of Engineering, ZF Commercial Vehicle Control System CVS R&D Region India. Mr. Ganesamurthy is an exceptional engineering executive with international background. As a passionate engineer, with 29 plus years of product design and development in automotive commercial vehicle industry across regions, he is currently leading as Head of Engineering Region India at ZF Group, ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited, Chennai. He is also involved in product development for regional and global automotive markets with global collaboration and regional synergy. His area of expertise includes R&D, project management, automotive product design, engineering process, engineering design, design to cost, CRP, frugal expertise, budget management, product roadmaps, re-engineering, technical leadership, innovative management, mentor talent management, enterprise risk management, strategy, talent planning, problem analysis, and the list goes on. His key focus areas are new product design and development in vehicle control system, covering conventional braking, advanced brake system, drivelines, air management, suspension control, autonomous, connected and electric domain, NEV, etc. He has filed around 58 plus patents and deployed product engineering footprints with process across sites and regions. He is also involved in people capability and capacity building, talent management with BA culture and technical leadership mentoring. We are very happy to have you here, sir. Once again, on behalf of the forum, I welcome you for this.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are excited to present the Engineering Excellence Award to Mr. Ganesamurthy Arumugam for his exceptional contribution to the field of engineering. May I request Dr. J. Balmurugan, IEI TVLC Chairman, Dr. N. Ethiraj Sir, Dean ENT, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, and Dr. Viswanathan, Rector of Dr. MGR, former VC of Anna University, to come forward, and all the dignitaries to come forward and present the award to our chief guest.
Volunteers, please.
இதை மட்டும் பிடிச்சது அதை மட்டும் 3.5 இல்லவே இல்லையே நீ கால் எடுத்தா போதும் போதும் நான் செக் பண்ணி
Yes, sir.
ஓகே எனக்கு
அவர் கொடுத்தாங்க
இங்கே லாஸ்ட்ல லைவ் போடு 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 யாரும் பார்க்கல கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு எல்லாம் உட்காருங்க
Reading. Thank you. I don't make it boring, it's very interesting for you. You know that it's all done by our Indian engineers. So that's the proud moment for all of us. When Sir asked me that, Sir, can you be the chief guest for us? And I thought that rather than coming and saying something, I also want to showcase you what our engineers are really doing in the areas what you think is a dream. So that's why I always see my DPI does dream come true. Because I haven't achieved the entire dream, it's still coming every day. So I think as engineers, we are the creators, and I think we make the world, right? So I think that's why I say mine is dream come true. I think this is today is a great day, and thanks for the honor from the IEIndia University, the staff, and the faculty members, and also the students community. I think here, what I'm planning to do is on the safety and security, what we have in the automotive world, especially in commercial vehicles. If you take it, this is what I plan to utilize. What is all the industrial trends, what it is, and then the mission force here, what is the growth path, the technology domain. In terms of regulation, where are we? You know, we have a lot of vehicles with ADAS features coming in. When we wonder, do we have ADAS or we don't want ADAS? So many confusions are there. Then we talk of clarifying what it is. Then also the great growth path. So how the ICE vehicles are growing to ACE. And then, you know, the software-defined vehicles. So we had two conferences, one from CA, one from IIT Madras on software on wheels. And I was a speaker there talking about this software-defined vehicles. So I'll also touch upon a little bit on software defined vehicles today, what we are doing. And then our the solutions to safety on the roads. So what do we do? What do we do? I think Snell has talked about the ethics, how engineers have to be. So if you look at it, on the topic or the area what I thought was, I can move it here. So what we have been, what here was, there are 4 domains if you want to see. One is decarbonization, the other one is intelligent chassis, the third is automation, and then the fourth is digitalization. I think these are the 4 areas. Each area is actually tailored to meet what we want for our world. So if you say that if an automotive work for a passenger car, it defines something, for a commercial vehicle, it defines something, for an IT engineer, it defines something. So in each area we are going to do something about it. This is where the disruptions are coming for the entire world. From CF, what we do? I think CF is a corporate company, a multinational company. Our goal is like, driving 0 accidents, which means that we are in the braking business. Our roads, if you want to go speed, you need brake, right? So can you go 120 kilometers without a brake? So you feel quite unsecure. But if you have a great brake, you always feel that I'm in control and then you can drive. So the other way of defending speed is brake. So I would say that we are heavily contributing for the brakes. The other one is zero emissions. So as we transition here, we are seeing that there are novel ways of doing, the carbon emission. For instance, how do we support it so that when my future, next 2 to 3 decades down the line, how do they see the world for a secure and safe world? They still enjoy the same air we breathe. So we are not paying anything for the air now, only water we are paying a bit. So tomorrow it shouldn't be that we also pay for air, right? So I think this is the responsibility we all have as engineers. That is on that. So we as a company, we are about 46 billion in terms of sales last year. I'm proud to say that we spend about close to 7% in R&D, which equals to 3 billion, which is roughly approximately 30,000 Indian crores for research and development activities. So this is the scale of technology that we do for the world. If you take a typical truck, when I say a control system, we do it right from the vehicle, we steer the steering wheel. The moment the vehicle gets braked in the entire vehicle, the entire control system is done by our team, except the engine. So this is the scale of solutions ZF can offer in terms of driving 0 accidents. Well, if we are so successful, like I said, 46 billion and top 5 automotive world in the world, so will this take us to a future? Certainly challenge, because you need to invest in the future. That's why I'm saying that we are transitioning to the world called autonomous, connected and electrification. So this graph shows the tip of the ICE world and then where the electric domains can take off. So you see the inflection point comes to matter 20, 30, 32, where they expose each other and then the vice versa happens. So we are already anticipating this and making a lot of solutions that are ready for our future until 2030, 35, 40 like that. Now, so currently we are working for launches for 2030. So we are in 2025. We are 5 years ahead of the curve. So when we are in 2030, we will be working for 2035. So why I am saying this is not done by one engineer, right? So it is all done by a lot of engineers like you every year joining us and strengthening our team all over the world. So we have close to 26,000 engineers, out of which in India we have about 6,000 engineers in various places. Yeah? Well, this is the fourth domain, I would say, that where ZF is transforming technology. The first domain, if you take it, is vehicle motion control. So when the vehicle is moved on the road, it has to be controlled linear, lateral and all that, so that you don't lose the stability, the first portion. The second one is the integrated safety. So when I move the vehicle on the road, how do I take care of my surroundings? There could be a lot of passengers, there could be small vehicles, infants, children, animals on the roads in our context. How do I take care of all those things? The third is the autonomous driving, where the world is transitioning. Fourth is the electrical domain. So we call ASC, autonomous control electrification. Of course, we use software and digitization as the enablers for achieving this technology.
This was, like I told you, the roadmap for launching various technology solutions to India. So we are already close to launching ADAS level 2 for commercial vehicles. I know that in many passenger cars it is there, but commercial vehicles it is done on the angle and we are working towards that. Not only that, various other technologies, blind spot detections, moving of the information systems, so many solutions that we are coming up on. Of course, this is just a glimpse of all these level 1, level 2. So somebody says, what is level 1, what is level 5? So right now we are working for solutions until level 2. For global, we are supporting solutions up to level 4. For India, it is up to level 2 now. So this is various technological solutions that we have when you have a truck in you. So this is like I told you, right? Blind spot, driver drowsiness, alert warning systems, intelligent speed assist. Suppose in a particular zone, if I am only allowed to fly 60 kilometers, it will automatically control the speed to 60 kilometers, drawing the sign from the roads. So it means even if the driver wants to accelerate, the vehicle will not move. So that's the kind of closed loop system that we can create. Other one is the collision mitigation system. That means you avoid a collision. Noise, moving of information system and the reverse information system. Because in such a 40-feet trailer, you don't know what is coming. It's not like a small car to see, turn and see. So you don't really have visibility and you have an active braking pivot solutions. Now, with these solutions, I think we are also now transitioning to software-defined vehicles. With this as a base, because we are pioneering, all these control systems and technologies. So there, I think the solutions like data-enabled components, connectivity technologies, all these things. Then how do you archive the data, software architecture? Then the current electrical and electronic architecture, what you have, will not be adequate for it. It is like in your 4 or 5 years you bought something, and tomorrow when you want to buy one, that structure is not adequate because of the number of processors, the speed, the advancements, and so on. So with this, I think not only that the software-defined vehicles have to communicate with the rest of the world, which means that my vehicle needs to connect data to the rest of the world, that I know that I have a fuel pump ahead, I know there is a restaurant ahead, so the driver gets the information that either he can park or he can get something what he wants to do, or he can even upload for his ride. So this is another opportunity. So here I think in this thing, if you look at it, we have the technology, we have all the products that we have that can provide a safer roads on for the passengers. But then this also creates a lot of data. So I see this data, how do I enabling all this intelligence to a software so that I get what I want in the broad areas like on the vehicle, on the journey, and across the life cycle. So if you say on the vehicle, it is about safe solutions, which is what are all the things that is necessary for me to achieve. For instance, when I bought ADAS, it is always enabled through a software. So naturally, the vehicle actually learns a lot of details from the roads. Then tomorrow if I want to flash a software, I cannot say that bring the vehicle to a yard. I need to do it over the air. So when I facilitate this over the air, there is also a possibility that somebody can hack my system. So tomorrow, like your computer or a phone getting hacked, what happens if your car or vehicle is hacked by an external fellow, and he wants to do malpracticing or he wants to overspeed your vehicle unknowingly than what you want. So he can make an accident with that. So then I need to control that. So that's what the software update management system, also the cyber security, all those things that comes out. So with this means a lot of preconditions. For instance, I cannot go to SDV just like that. I can't take a car and say I want to do SDV. I need to have ADAS, I need to have cyber security, I need to have all the protocols in place so that I can transition my vehicle to meet all these things. So with this, like I was telling, I think to your professor, from a distributed architecture, because in the past, if you say 30, 40 years, there are various technologies evolved independently. Somebody developed a brake, somebody developed a transmission, somebody developed a steering. So everybody wants to have their own ECU. But then we found that the vehicle has more than 20, 30 ECUs, which is very difficult to maintain. So we want to have, from a distributed structure to a domain-oriented structure. and we are transitioning to a zone and cloud-oriented architecture. So this is where I say the E and E architecture goes for a massive transformation. And there I think we look for hypervisors so that all the solutions can be popped there and then you can learn on that. This is about ADAS technology, what we talk about is pretty people. So we use the radar and camera. Those two things are getting processed in a central computing system that decides what acceleration I should, what deceleration I should do, what should I do to direct an object, when I should brake, all that it does. This is a lane departure, it gives indication to the driver as a passive alert that you are deviating from the curve, so you are likely to make an accident. There is technology also to bring it to the center of the road. So you don't have to worry, the driver need not worry about it. You can automatically bring it at the center when you go to level 4 automation. This is a very common phenomenon now. We overtake, but then you end up with a sudden surprise that something is stationary on the road. How many lives are getting killed, you don't know, especially our two-wheelers. So this is actually a great solution on the anvil. This is what I'm saying. This is of course the ACC. You might be seeing in many cars that the speed gets opposed automatically to the target object so that you don't, even if you want to overspeed, it won't happen. You see that there is no driver, there is no steering wheel by the driver. The system does everything by itself. So for this, the system engineering, the coding, the hardware, electronics, and everything done by our engineers. So now you believe the engineers are the creators, right? This is the kind of speed assist that, like I told you, it reads the same particular speed level, it automatically approaches the speed level. So like I told, it's not done by Europeans, it is done by our European they are part of our bigger team. This is a global team. So we have approximately 150 engineers, and we are targeted to grow to 5 engineers in the next 3 to 4 years. So these engineers cannot come from Europe, they have to come from India. Countries. This was just a glimpse of the various topography in which we provide solutions. Yeah? I'm also happy if you have your needs, you can clarify with yourself. I can answer a couple of questions as well. Thank you.
Extract seems to be flat actually, but our road conditions are different.
So we have to do certain things under standard conditions so that the repeatability will be there. So even in the test track, we have a 1 degree slope, which is because this is 200 meters, we don't see that. And of course, we have got slope tracks also, and we have got. You can see that. Can we go back? So if you see that, that's also like simulating our flyovers. They got gradients at 3 degree, 5 degree, 7 degree, 80 degree like that. So all type of conditions are. Yeah. You see that the bottom two, they are the slope tracks. So even when you want to see the vehicle, normally one problem that we all face is when I put a parking wheel, my vehicle can hold in that gradient because it automatically starts sliding. So we are testing all those things in those various levels. It is required for various regulations to be checked.
What distance range pollution avoidance alarm will be generated? What distance between
So always the driver is given precedence for the braking. So it warns the driver after 1.2 seconds before it detects the object 80 meters away.
80 meters.
Yes. For instance, if I am here, 80 meters from here will be closer to your entrance or somewhere near the main, right? So even as object it detects, it first detects, it will say whether in due course the driver is sensitive to that or not. In case driver is not decelerating, it will make a haptic braking. For instance, it will make a partial braking. So it shows the driver that something is there, so you please take care. Even if the driver is ignorant about it, then it will make a full braking.
Any Indian car, this system is available.
So in cars currently we have up to level 2, sir. Many of the cars are having this. So new models are having these options. And in the city, what we are doing is having an ADAS in the city is a nuisance because we feel that a lot of annoyance it creates. I think we are also having some problem. So what it does is that we have set the standards that greater than 35 kilometers we activate this braking. So that normally in the city you are always commuting around 20, 25 like that. If you want to still go beyond 35, then you can do it. But we are in passenger cars, it is given as an option. In commercial vehicles, we are discussing with the regulatory authorities to make it as part of non-dismantlable feature. So we can't switch it off like that. Because if you see when there is a smoke is there, suddenly there is an object behind you, you can't see it. So that you need to alert. So that's why we use a radar. But for shorter ranges, it is like our eyes. I can visibly see something, more than 20, 30 meters comfortably. So that time the eye is there for all those ranges, short range. So somebody sitting here, standing here, all those things can be seen by the eye. Long range will be there.
Sir, actually, Mahindra also having a track like this.
Mahindra for their passenger cars they have a track. It's a smaller track. For their vehicles they have it. Normally all the OEMs they have a small track.
Oh, that's what they have.
Yes. Everybody has. For instance, even our OEMs they have a track. But our beauty is that you can do many things because we are creating many of the solutions. We also solve those problems. So that is where our engineers are required. Yeah. Any questions from the students? Sorry. Stop louder.
Vehicle. He's asking about skill requirement.
Skill requirement for automation, what are the skills?
No, yeah, this is one important, yeah, good question, because you need all the skills, right, from mechanical, electrical, electronics, because if you want to control a truck, it is not only a software they can do everything. You need mechanical, you need automotive, you need mechatronic skills, you need the system engineering skills, you need even chemical engineering. Now the way the battery electric vehicles are growing up, so you need to work on, all the basic chemical systems. I need to know which compound I use it, how do I dissipate the heat. So, it is not that. So, if you have an urge, if you want to do something about it, a lot of opportunity in all our engineering disciplines, we have an opportunity. To specific, I would say that mechanical, electrical, electronics, and a little bit of computer knowledge will help you a lot.
What is the status of autonomous vehicles?
Autonomous vehicle, the current the regulation recommended is 2026, sir. 2026 September onwards, all new vehicles to come with that. But there is the technical committees are in the discussion that they can slightly be discussions going on. Should I do it by that time or should I need some more time? The panel discussions are ongoing. Yeah. But it is certainly on annual. Like you have this anti-lock brake system is there. So when two frictional surfaces are break, the vehicle will turn. So nowadays, all our vehicles, trucks are equipped with that. So really VSC is already becoming mandatory in all the school children's school buses. So it is no more a possibility that it will get overturned. It will not happen, it is very protected. So similarly, I think ANAS, we are recommended 2026.
Guys, any more doubts?
Okay, thank you all for a great time today.
Thank you, Mr. Ganesanmurthy Alvaram, sir, for that enlightening and thought-provoking address. Before we conclude, I would like to request Dr. J. Balamurugan, Chairman IEI TVLC, for the presidential address.
So the outset, I wish a happy Engineers Day. Happy Engineers Day. Very great. Okay, so it was a good session that we could visualize all the automation system through ZF. So they are not into vehicle alone, so they are into all the platforms. So we could see that the transformation is going around us. So in Engineers Day, so I need to put the little bit information about Engineers Day. Good to see that you people are in between your breakfast or lunch or dinner. What would be your timing? Whatever may be the things. Okay, so I don't want to disturb you, so I just want to add a little bit about the theme of Engineers Day. So the theme, whatever is being given today is Deep Tech Engineering Excellence, Driving India's Techade. So have you heard about the word called Techade? Anyone? Techade. TECHADE. Have you heard about it? It's a new word which is coined by our Honorable Prime Minister. So it's a new word, it's added up right away from 2022. So from 22 onwards, why it is being added up, we need to understand that the technology, deep diving. So it was earlier a vehicle, after all a vehicle. Anyone can drive it. So any person who has completed 3rd standard or 4th standard, who has the skill set, they can drive. Right now, you need to complete your 12th standard. You will not be given a license if you are not complete with your 12th standard. And now ADAS is being added up means you need to go through 1 year training. So all these standards are being given, but as an engineer we may do it. But whether it could be given to the last mile connectivity, that need to be understood. So that's where we have taken up this decade. So why Prime Minister has coined this decade means it is technology for a decade. So that's what he has been coined, And now we can see that India seems to be the topmost. So we are about to beat Germany in economic status, GDP. So it's because of the technology. Why we are going to beat it means the technology is being driven by the engineers. We people are going to drive the world. So that is very much important. And the economical boon is something like earlier we were traveling abroad to get the job. Now other people are coming down to India to do the engineering jobs in India. So that's what we are going to reclaim the process. Earlier, before 17th century, we had the claim, and after English came to the world, so we were drilled down and we were looted with all the resources and left with nothing. But now we own the pride because of this technology. So as our resume when biodata was read out, so I could see that he holds number of patents. The patent seems to be very much important. When we talk about engineering, today you need to provide with the patenting. So the patenting product is something like today if you are good enough to get a patent, by tomorrow you are going to be the billionaire. You are going to be the billionaire, sure shot. So because the technology, whatever it's not available today, it would be a dream for tomorrow. So when coming to decade, so I just want to conclude this word. Decade means it's something like data-driven economy. The digitalization processing everywhere. There is 3D technology. Digitalization, decarbonization and decentralization. Earlier it was not decentralization, now it is decentralization. Whenever you want to do engineering, you need to come down to Madras to get to hold a engineering seat in Anna University. It's no more. You can do your engineering in Salem or Coimbatore, Trichy or wherever. That is the decentralization that is happening today. And the decarbonization. Whenever we talk about decarbonization, we always look at a point that it is not affecting the environment. So that is very much important. The ESG, the new term called ESG, environmental social governance. So that is what being taken care by every engineers, and now PM also given this. Why? Because today we could see that Aadhaar card, the Aadhaar database. So common man's identity, an Aadhaar database which has more than how much entries. You could see how many entries are there. There are 160 billion people in India, so that's what the count says. But how many transactions should be occurring on a daily basis? The database need to hold it. So that is very much important. And when we talk about him, so ABBA is there. So you could see that when you enter your Aadhaar card, your medical transactions are to be recorded. It is even better than HIPAA and HIPAA. So which is age old with US and UK. So we could see that today the academic people are into technology to make sure that the engineers who are coming out, they need to be an engineer. Not as staying as I'm a mechanical engineer, I'm an electrical engineer, I'm an AI engineer. Not so. So you are an engineer. When you are coming out as an engineer, you need to own it. Because the ownership is not there. We can see that today Vishwesvaraya who got Bharat Ratna in those period, who has transformed Karnataka, now it is a high-tech city. India's high-tech city means it is only one state which is called Karnataka. Bangalore is there. So IT transformation. It was possible only through this engineer, and we are celebrating his birthday on this. So we could also see that this transformation happened in India is because of another person who visualized by 2020. The vision 2020 was coined by him. So what was that? Who is he? Kalam. So he made it possible that the technology could be driving India, and today we have Operation Sindoor, which could be capturing something like we are not traumatizing Pakistan, but we could see that the entire world look at us in a different perspective because of the technology. So today Operation Sindoor has given an opportunity, means the same way we have all the technologies. Quantum computing is going to be there. Blockchain is about to be triggered. So every transaction is going to be in a technological advancements. It's because of this digitalization. It was very good portrayed today, and this engineering day gives an opportunity that all the engineers are going to come together, and we are going to transform this world for the future. So tech ahead would become 100 years seedling for us. Today IEIndia University takes the pride in bringing about connecting ZF engineer today with institution of engineers. So we need to understand the pride of institutions where it is more than 100 years. It's because of this 100 years institution we could have an opportunity to connect with all the industrial people. So this is very much important to understand. It's not very much easy to connect with industry because they have their own portfolio and they have their busy schedule to bringing about the economical changeover. So they can't spare time with the students. In such case, the transformation is something that you need to get an opportunity to align to a membership. So today, if you are not holding any membership with the Institution of Engineers, make sure that you are becoming a member with the Institution of Engineers. Today, you can get 435 rupees. Just 435 rupees, you can own 6 years of membership with the Institution of Engineers. And over a period of time, you can convert it to member of institution. And the highest of any engineer is something like a fellow is being awarded. Fellow in the Institution of Engineers is one where you get the opportunity to work with the other part of the world as a government officer. Not in India. In India, you can get the citizenship and you can be a government officer anywhere. If you write an examination, you can get it. But whether it's possible to get a government job in the other part of the world with your degree. You got a degree today here in IEIndia University or Anna University. Whether it is competent with the other universities means you can get a accreditation from Institution of Engineers. That's the capability of this institution. And the 104 years celebration is something like it started from Tamil Nadu. IEA Tamil Nadu holds the pride of getting this engineering activity. So it has got Royal Charter. Royal Charter means it's something like the precision, whatever being given. A braking opportunity is something like you can go at an acceleration of 100 kilometers per hour. Whether you can brake it by 0.5 seconds, is it possible on road? That is a $1 million question. So if you can brake, the acceleration is very much important, or braking is very much important, means the braking is very much important rather than acceleration. You have 220cc or 400cc or 1500, that doesn't matter. But if you can brake it, so that is very much important to safeguard your life. That is very much important. That's what we are talking today is something like we want to promote it in such a way that your future depends on your learning. So today it has been portrayed. Thank you so much for all the opportunities which has been raised by our Cyril sir. So he is the honorary secretary. He has made it within the time, short period of time that today the Engineers Day will be celebrated with all such people, and I thank all the organizers who are there. So I also thank Joint Secretary G.P. Ramesh sir and our Vice Chancellor, who is always a guide for us. So thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. So I also thank Ganesan sir and the people who are present here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before we conclude, I would now like to request Dr. G.P. Ramesh, sir, Joint Secretary of IEIIdia TVLC, to deliver the vote of thanks.
So good evening all. Thanks for the speaker for giving the tremendous speech. Thank you, sir. It's the privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this special occasion of Engineers Day 2025. Firstly, essentially, thank our chief guest, Mr. Ganesh Mugam, for accepting our invitation and delivering his keynote on safety and security of future commercial vehicles and inspiring us all. And then congratulations once again on receiving the Engineering Excellence Award. I extend my gratitude to Dr. J. Balmurugan, A. Ganeshan sir, and Dr. V. Sindra sir for their valuable contributions, and Dr. N. Subhashri and Dr. N. Hithirajan sir for following the chief guest. A special thanks to Dr. IEIndia University for being a venue partner. Finally, thanks to all dignitaries, faculty and students for your presence and support. Thank you all. Very happy to be here.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words. And that brings us to the end of today's Engineers Day celebration. We hope this event has both informative and inspiring. and that you leave here with a renewed appreciation of the world of engineering. I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our distinguished dignitaries, our speaker, and of course to all of you for making the day so special. And last but not least, I wish you all a happy Engineers Day. Thank you so much. I would like to request you all to start national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Students exit through that gate, refreshments are provided there.
எடுத்து என்னங்க
இல்ல அப்படியே க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுவா தெரியாதுடா டே கிஷோர் லைவ் எப்படி க்ளோஸ் பண்ண லைவ் எப்படி க்ளோஸ் பண்ண ஆமாம் ஆமாம் டி சீக்கிரம் 3 ஆமாம் நான் அந்த இன்ட் பட்டன் இருக்குல்ல அதை அழுத்த போதும்
we want to stop this
அவ்வளோதான்